All right, guys, I'm outside. There's a blue background. What's happening? I'm doing a tutorial today. That's what's happening. And even though it might be noisy, I'm gonna talk through it with you guys because you guys have been asking about this red eyeshadow look, and I'm gonna tell you how I've been doing it. Without further ado, let's get into what my everyday makeup routine has been looking like lately. Woo! So recently my skin's been a bit of a mess on my period. So what I've been doing is just going in with this color correcting palette and fixing all the things I don't like. So this one's by Stila. It just is the Correct and Perfect palette. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take one of the like more yellowy tones and just, you know, get rid of everything I hate on my face. Also, I'm using a beauty blender because I am a basic bitch. And beauty blenders are the bomb. So I'm just gonna conceal everything. Get all the grossies off my face. After I've concealed basically all of my little pimps and dimps, whatever dimps are, I'm just gonna go in and do a little bit of color correcting on my under eye. I don't like to go too overboard with this, but just a little bit never hurt nobody. And by color correcting, I mean that I'm using like a peachy shade to just make sure I don't look dead inside, or rather, dead on the outside. You can't tell that I'm dead on the inside, can you? Okay, now that that is done, I'm pretty much done with concealing, and I don't really wear foundation anymore. I kind of just stick with this because that's all too much effort for me, honestly. What I'm actually gonna do first before I put on any more face product, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes using the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. And this is just because I like to let this kind of settle in while I'm doing the rest of my facey related things. This primer is bomb. I got it while I was on shoot with Smashbox, and it did such a good job that I was just like, you know what? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna use from here on out. So now I'm all primed up, I'm gonna finish doing my face makeup and then we'll get into the eyes in a second. So one thing that I've been super into has been highlighting and contouring. I'm on the Kim Kardashian thing, guys. Recently I've been using my Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Sculptor. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and apply the bronzer portion of this. And then what I'm gonna do is go ahead and blend this. And obviously this is very rudimentary. I'm not trying to go like whole hog or anything. I'm not that committed to contouring or anything like that. So I'm just gonna blend it out with my beauty blender. Because why not? Okay, so now that that's blended to my liking, I'm gonna go in with a new highlighter that I've been using. This is the Dandelion Shy Beam, which is from Benefit. And I've been using this recently and really, really loved it just on my cheekbones, even just as kind of like even an under eye highlighter. It just is really amazing. So I'm gonna put this everywhere. Get excited. And you kind of have to work with this relatively quickly because it will set in a little bit. So I just kind of do one side at a time instead of applying in two areas and then blending. Now I'm also going to do a little bit of this right here, a little bit on my nose, and just a little bit on my Cupid's bow, and a little blend on this. And boom, I'm basically highlighted. And then if I want to add even more highlight, I'll go back in with this Tom Ford palette. I'm like trying to save you from this mirror. Instead of doing traditional powder blush, I've just been using this Cheek Stain by Tarte in True Love. It's been my favesies for a little while, and it just kind of goes with all the looks I really like doing. So I'll just kind of hit pat that around, and then once again, beauty blend the shit out of it. Blendy blend blend. And then I just get a little color. It's not too much, it's not abrasive, it's just there, you know? And that's what I like. So before we go into eyes, I'm just gonna real quickly use one of the illuminating powders, this lavender one down here, just to set a couple of the areas that I know could potentially crease, like my under eye, which I don't want to move. So now, we can work on our eyes. And my eyes have been pretty simple lately. Recently, I've been using the Venus palette from Lime Crime, and it has just been like a godsend for me. Like the colors in this are just exactly what I would want on my eyes all the time. The only issue is I know that Lime Crime has a little bit of a sordid past. I don't know how sketchy they actually are. That's up to your discretion if you want to buy their product or not. I really like this palette. I think it's great quality. I don't know if the company is good quality, so that is up to you. Today, I think I'm gonna stick with Creation over here, which is like kind of an orangey red, and I think my personal favorite in the palette. So I'm just going to apply that all over my lid. And I also put it on my lower lash line as well, and just like blend that. Make sure you're blending that all out. And that's what that one looks like. And I'll do the same to the other eye. See how easy it is, guys. Once I've kind of cleaned that up a little bit, I'm just going to do a brow bone color and blend that into the actual lid color, so it kind of creates a little bit of an ombre effect rather than just like a stark one color. So I'm just using Aurora in this palette, which is just kind of a highlight. And like I said, it's nothing crazy, but it does just kind of make it a little bit more cohesive and like blend a little bit better. What I'm gonna do now is actually go in with my brow pencil. Recently, I've been using the Smashbox Brow Tech Gloss Stick in Taupe. And this thing, like, I don't know if I'm in love with it, but I do love the formula. The color is maybe a little bit off, you guys tell me. I'm just going to brush my eyebrows out. So I just kind of go with the brush strokes and make sure just I'm filling in relatively lightly. Especially since I'm almost out of this. I'm so sad. I better not run out of this like mid-eyebrow. I'll be so sad. Okay, conserve it, guys. And then I'll just kind of blend that with how my eyebrows are already starting to look. I like them a little bit more wild looking, but once again, you do you, girl. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm just gonna go ahead and curl my lashes. Curling my lashes. So I curl and then I apply YSL's Shocking Mascara. This is just the black color, but I've used it in gray before and it was wonderful. I'm just going to apply that. And then, you know, after you inevitably get mascara on yourself because you're a massive klutz, you can just let it dry and just take it off with a beauty blender a little bit later. That's what I tend to do. I like my eyes to almost be like spidery when it comes to this look because there's not eyeliner, there's not really anything else other than mascara and eyeshadow, so you can really bump it up, you know what I mean? Let's go back in and see if we can get rid of this guy. Oh, are you gonna come off? I'm just gonna highlight back over that because I just thoroughly ruined that highlight. And then I'm gonna finish off with a little bit of a rosy tinted lip balm. The one I've been loving is something that actually Will's mom got me for Christmas. It's called the Dr. PAWPAW Multi-Purpose Soothing Balm. And it's great because it's basically just like a tinted, like Vaseline-y type lip tint. So it's just really subtle. And after that step, it is done. My face is finished. I have done my good work. I can go on and take on the day now. So if you guys liked this tutorial, make sure to subscribe. You can become a rosebud today. Hang out in my garden whenever you want. Make sure to leave me a comment down below letting me know what you want to see next. Thank you to everyone who suggested this tutorial. I know you guys have been asking for a while, and here it is. Isn't it so easy? So easy. You guys are like, how are you doing that? And I'm like, it's the easiest thing in the entire world. Let me show you. So that is about it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you for the next video. Bye!